Hi guys, thank you so much for calling in for our weekly Dreamers in Action team call. My voice, oh my gosh, you guys, when I get back from Mexico, I'm gonna have to go see the speech pathologist. I'm like in denial over it. But days like today when we're in momentum because of a peach mango shake, I'm like, I'm not sure I can talk anymore. So I'm glad Megan's gonna take over here for a while. But the first thing I just want to say is congratulations to all of you for the 90-day action plan. I mean, Sunday night on Easter, Michelle Bina, Laura Hannaran, I mean, just crushed that 5-cycle bonus again. I just forgot the third person. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just drew a blank. But, it's just been so fun to see the success, to see the growth of this team, and really just so many people step into their leadership. I mean, we've added so many people to this team, and it's just so fun to see all these lives being transformed. We're having so much, and Jackie's family, thank you, Chris. Oh my God, of course, Jackie. I'm like, I'm the one that made the post. So huge congratulations to Michelle and Jackie and Laura Hannaran. And then with our spring cleansing, some of you guys have seen what we're doing, some of you have not, but it was kind of spontaneous. We were like, hey, I know you can figure out this Facebook Live thing where there's 2 people at once. And so we hopped on and did this page. It's not going to be up for very long. We're treating it like an event. But in order to have a few different times, we just made a page. But we've partnered up in just different ways of doing an opportunity presentation or different ways of sharing our stories. And I encourage all of you guys to join it, watch it, add some friends and family to it. We're going to take everything down by Sunday. But then let's think about how to do this again. What a cool way to do a Facebook Live simultaneously, a virtual launch party, and all these people that are hearing our stories. And I know some of even our leaders like, wait, what happened? I missed it because it happened so fast. And I'm like, we could do a May makeover instead of the spring cleansing, or we could do like a, barbecue, whatever, something in June. I mean, we can have a lot of fun with this. So, I want to have you guys in that page, start to play with this app. And the other cool thing before I turn this call over is get excited, because now that we've figured this out, we're going to start doing some business training that way. So not necessarily our weekly team call, but I was talking to Laura. I said, how cool would it be to go in a Facebook Live and I can do all the talking of the you share, they share, but she can be like drawing the circles at the exact same time, or we can do some role playing. So this is going to be fun. And I know it's going to be something that's just going to take us all to the next level. So I'm about to turn the call over, but if you've not ordered Peach Mango, order it. My sample came in the mail. Order it. Oh my gosh. When you're thinking froyo this summer, when your customers are thinking froyo, make this extra thick. You don't need froyo as long as you like peach mango. I was telling someone, even if you want to shred a little bit of like coconut on it or put some frozen strawberries in it a little bit, it's better than the alternative. So you guys, this is a huge week to be able to rank advance, to be able to drive the line. I encourage you all, go to your personally enrolled details, print it off, text every single person. If you've only shared with a couple people, it's not going to take you that long. If you've shared with a lot of people, the income that's going to come in from it is worth it. Text everybody. Hey, Peach Mango's out. It's going to sell in 24 hours. Let me know if you need help placing your order. Spread the word. Tell your friends and family. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. If you spent 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours doing this, but your cycles jump 5, 10, 15, 20, wherever your business is, this is the best exchange of time for money you've ever done. So put some effort into it. Let's rank advance some people. Let's help some people hit that 5-cycle bonus, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. Because next week's call, we're going to celebrate the mess out of some dreamers. I already know right now, 2 people going 2-star, 1 person going 3-star. So the gas is on. So I'm super excited to introduce Megan Sweeney to the call. You guys, number one, what a treat that she does this for us. She lives in Italy. Most of you know that, but whatever God hour, middle of the night time it is that she sets the alarm to do this for us, like what a treat. And if that's not dedication and passion, I don't know what is. But she is a 1-star Crystal Executive, 2-star Golden Circle. She has more passion, more heart, more integrity, more authenticity. And with all of the life's bumps and downs that she's gone through with moving her entire life to the other side of the world, she's plugged in, she's doing the personal development, she's developing new leaders, and has so much to share with you guys tonight. So I'm going to mute and turn it over to you, babe.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lauren. As always, it's always a pleasure for me to get up at this god-awful time of 3:30 in the morning to be with you all live. And if I'm not here live, I'm definitely tuning in to the recorded call later, because our team call is a part of our culture, and there's so much great information to be shared from the amazing leaders that we have on our team within our own little Dreamers in Action team. So I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. We're going to be talking about the Customer First program. But before that, I want to highlight a few people. And speaking of Miss Jackie Shanley, I'm so glad that we are highlighting her, and she is going to be sharing with us the product spotlight of the week. And Jackie and I met live a couple of meetings ago. I have no idea when it was, but we've just struck up a friendship, and I've loved watching her shine on the team, especially as she hits those 5-cycle bonuses. So Jackie, are you there, girl? Where are you? There's too many people on the call. I can't see you, but unmute your line and go ahead and share with us if you will.
And there's never too many people on the call.
Just to see her, just to see her.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Right.
I can hear you. Yeah, you're in the bottom corner. I see you. Okay.
And here's my dog to interrupt. Wait, hold on, please. Come here. She gets mad at me if I'm talking. So let's hope this works out. I might have to put her away. Yes, thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. You look beautiful as ever. So, great. I am going to talk about the product of the spotlight this week is the Isoline Shake. I believe. Can everybody see that? It comes in a canister or super convenient little to-go packs, which I love to take to work. These shakes are absolutely a lifesaver. They've changed my life in the last 2.5 years, but they are a full meal balanced meal replacement, 240 calories. They've got 24 grams of high quality undenatured whey protein, which is the best from grass-fed cows only. They're low glycemic, non-GMO, gluten-free, artificial-free, all of that wonderful stuff. They're full of, energy-producing carbs and good fats and high in fiber, 8 grams, in fact. So they're very filling. They taste amazing. And they have active enzymes, which help with your digestion, easing digestion, and also loaded with 23 vitamins and minerals. And all of that, you guys, for under $3. So I think it's just fantastic. I love it. I traded my bagels and, fast, quick breakfast that served me no purpose. And I've never looked back.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jackie. You think about the Isoline Shake and it being the product spotlight, and you think, okay, gosh, that's like the foundation of everything we do. And yes, it is the foundation of everything we do. And so I can't get enough of them. I'm also one of those people who just craves them every single day. So Jackie, thank you for sharing the wealth of information. And yes, peach mango is out. And yes, I ordered my 6, so I got my 10% off. And yes, they're being hand delivered to me in Italy by my parents. I didn't tell them that I sent them to their house yet, but they'll get a nice surprise when that order comes. And so thanks again, Jackie. So we are going to be highlighting another superstar on the team to share her product story. Shauna Seward is just a little light in my life. I just adore this woman. She is a marathon runner, a mom. She's also now a full-time student. She has served our country, and she is just so dang sweet. If you guys don't know her, you got to get to know her. But Shauna, would you be willing to share with us your product story, please?
Yes, thank you. You are so sweet. We need to chat again soon.
Yes, we do.
Hi, everybody. So I'm excited to share my product story. This is probably my favorite, and it just keeps evolving. What started out as the really exhausted, tired mom a few years ago to just wanting energy, not feeling good at all, ended up into something much bigger. So I was exhausted, tired. I would want to hide by 2 or 3 in the afternoon because I just couldn't deal with life. And the rest of the day would generally be that way. And it was a glass of wine or 2 at night to go to bed. It was the coffee in the morning. And I was working out and not seeing a lot of results. So once I got started, I just immediately felt the energy shift. I wasn't working out as much, but I started seeing abs, which even as small as I've ever been, I never had definition in my body. So that part was incredible. Started running more because that's what I love to do. Decided to train for a full marathon. Ran my first marathon last October, and ran it in a Boston qualifying time, which is something I definitely didn't expect, all by using these products. The performance line is insane, and I recommend them to everybody that works out. It doesn't matter if you're a runner or a cyclist, if you're just in the gym 2 days a week, this stuff is amazing and you have to use it. I love it.
Awesome, Shauna. Thank you so much. I think your story is so great and powerful because we oftentimes, I think, normally connect the dots with weight loss and isogenics. And so when you're thinking of people in your life, you're like, okay, who do I know who wants to shed a few pounds? But it's not always like that. Like if you saw Shauna Stewards on the street or you're friends with her or whatever, and you were thinking that way, you would never have thought to share with her because she is like a tiny little woman and you wouldn't think that she needs that. But we just don't know what people are going through. We just don't know the person who needs a little bit more energy. We just don't know who really wants to qualify for the Boston Marathon when running their first marathon ever. So you want to really think about all the people in your life who could benefit, people who maybe need to lose weight, but also people who want to improve their energy, their performance, want to age more healthily, and then of course our income creation solution as well. So thanks again, Shauna. And then the other superstar that we are going to highlight tonight is Chris Marshall. And one of my favorite stories about Chris is, first of all, he's hilarious. So if you don't know him, you've got to get to know him because his sense of humor just cracks me up. It's so dry and it's my favorite type. But my favorite story is he went to Egypt. And oh, by the way, when he was in Egypt, he was also on a team call, which was at 3:30 in the morning, his time, while he was on vacation. And he was also enrolling people. I think he was actually on the plane going to Egypt and enrolling people at the time. And he just has so much great information to share. If you haven't been on a Rise and Shine calls lately, check him out because Chris is also on those, hosting those. So Chris, if you would be so kind and share your business story, I would be so appreciative.
Sure. Thank you very much for the introduction. I was in 8 other network marketing things before Isogenics, so maybe that makes me a slow learner, or maybe I just needed the right opportunity. But I did the math. I didn't earn more than $100 combined in all of those, and I've made thousands of dollars with Isogenics. So it goes to show the power of having the right company and having a great opportunity. But really, Isogenics is about residual income. So my other business, I'm a computer programmer, and I can go out and charge somebody a lot of money per hour to work on their computer. But then if the work stops, or if I take a vacation, the money stops. Final thing, I was in Egypt on that trip, sitting on a sailboat on the Nile River, not to make anybody jealous, but I was, and I got a text message from Isogenics that I'd just gotten my biggest commission in weeks. And I thought, this is what we're doing. We're building something that can pay us while we play. And that's what I'm after, and that's what I'm really excited about. So thank you for the opportunity. I hope that that's brief enough, and have a good one, Megan.
Thanks, Chris. That was absolutely perfect. And one of the reasons I love your story is that you are a seasoned networker. And on our team, most of us have never been in network marketing before, but we've heard a lot of what you might call horror stories of people trying this out and not having any success. My parents are some of those people. They've tried a million things, never had it work out. But we do have a couple of people on our team who are seasoned networkers like Chris, who exact same thing. They tried a lot of those different opportunities, didn't have the success, and then they came to Isogenics, and it's like, bam, there's this great, amazing fit. Because when you put together the absolute best products in the industry that have emotional, visual, long-lasting results with a bunch of founders who just care so much about their people, and a compensation plan that truly rewards people upfront with the bonus money, the rank advancement bonus money, and then the residual income with going unlimited within our team. I mean, it's just so powerful. So Chris, thank you for sharing your story. Yes, I'm jealous of your Nile River time. It's been a dream of mine to go to Egypt, and so I will be making that happen. Thank you for inspiring me. And tonight we are going to be talking about something else that's inspiring me, the biggest initiative that Isogenics has probably ever done in the history of the company, and that is the Customer First program. So just by a show of hands, how many of you have heard of the Customer First program? I'm hoping everyone's raising their hands. Yes, most people are. If you're not, I'm catching you. Y'all are tuning out, I can tell. That's all right. You can get back in and pay attention because this is important. But the Customer First program, it is a change. And I think some people were maybe a little bit scared of what was going to happen when it went live. But now we have been live for a few weeks. And I'm guessing that you've all experienced some amazing shifts when you're enrolling people. And that's just the start. So I'm not going to go into all the logistics of Customer First because you can find that stuff on the internet. There are a ton of trainings. Eric Cooper has done a live training. There are webinars. There are FAQs. There are all those resources already on the internet. Google's your best friend. So check those out if you have questions about like, you know, logistics, how it works, the rules of the game, that kind of thing. We can definitely go through some questions at the end as well. But what I want to talk to you about tonight is like why I'm so excited about this and why and how this can dramatically change your business. And the number one thing is that it's just like the title of the program. Isogenics is based on a customer first model. And they always have been, but they just weren't always creating the most customer friendly enrolling experience. And you've all probably gone through that enrollment process previously, which like, oh my God, if your computer froze up in the middle of it, you were like wanted to pull your hair out because it was like so tedious. Now it's so much more streamlined. And you know, if you go through it the first time, you might be like, okay, what buttons do I have to hit first? But after you go through that the first time, you're going to see that it's so much easier to actually enroll a customer. And there will be a time, like you've already seen the website, I hope. If you haven't, go to isogenics.com. It's new, it's revamped, it's beautiful. It's so customer friendly and intuitive that it actually makes you not afraid to send people to the isogenics.com website, which is also a great thing showing us that our customers are first. But there will be, from what I've heard through the grapevine, there will be a point where our back office is also dramatically improved. And there will be a time where you will be able to send people to your replicated website, you know, your megsweeney.isogenics.com website or whatever your name is, whatever you've set it to be. And people will actually be able to enroll on their own. You won't have any anxiety about it because it's going to be super easy. One of the reasons that makes it so easy is because no matter what, everyone enrolls as a customer first. And when I talk about that customer first format of Isogenics, you know that we are a customer first company because all the products are focused on the customer. We have like over 50 scientists on staff that are making sure that we have the best products possible. And so why not make it so that every single person is enrolled as a customer first, right? There's so many advantages of that. And one of the things that is really going to be a big advantage for everyone here is that we're going to be able to add more customers to our team, because I think we're probably missing a lot of people because of how we're doing it first. So let me give you a couple of examples. As you're talking with customers, most of you, if you've been sharing for a while, have probably had the experience where as you're going through the enrollment process, you got to the point where you ask someone for their social security number and they're like, hold up, I got my identity stolen. I'm not giving you my social security number. And like, I think most of the people, I think I had maybe 2 people that I'd never enrolled as an associate, but there are a couple people out there that just like don't want to give their social security number. And so you actually either don't enroll them because they freak out, or you enroll them as a preferred customer and you felt like a little bit jaded, like you felt like you were missing out on something and they felt like they were missing out on something. And so there's just a little bit of discomfort there, which can sometimes lead to less retention and less happy customers. Well, now you never have to ask anyone for their social security number. You never even have to ask them for their birth date. So they don't have to tell you their age if they don't want to, which makes it a lot more comfortable. It also streamlines the enrollment process, but that little piece alone is going to allow us to add more people to our tree, make the conversation a lot more comfortable, which allows our customers to feel more more like a part of the company and less pressure. I think that's one of the key points, is there's less pressure. And so with everyone starting as a customer first, we're also not missing out on them being an associate. Like, you don't have to feel like you're missing out if someone joins as a preferred customer, because everyone's joining as a customer, and you're going to get paid the exact same way regardless. You're actually going to get paid more, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. So that's number one. That whole Social Security thing, less discomfort, is a really good thing. The other reason we're going to be able to have more people on our tree and gain more customers is that we are going to be pushing, if you will, less the packs. And what do I mean by that? So when people get started, there's some people who they literally just want a couple of canisters of shakes and maybe ionics, and that's it. That's like literally what they want, and that's it. But we are so conditioned to kind of push them a little bit out of their comfort zone to get one of the packs that's over 100 BV, that we're pushing some people away that truly aren't ready for that. They just want a couple of shakes and ionics, and that's it. And now you can feel a lot more comfortable talking about that with them. So we're not going to change how we discuss the pack options, because we know that people get the best results when they have the full system in place. But when you come across that person who, after you've explained the good, better, the best, you've got your intro basic 30-day, you've got the premium 30-day, you've got the value pack, and they're just like, you know what? Like, that sounds good and all, but either one, I really just can't afford that. I can't even put it on a credit card. I don't have a credit card. Or they're just like, hey, lady, I just want a couple canisters of shakes and that's it. Again, you can say, you know what? That's great. What I find important is that you just get started, you put these products in your body, and you start feeling better. And the reason you can do that and feel comfortable doing that is because we are also changing the way we are getting paid as consultants. So I'm going to get to that in a second, but just know that yes, you're going to explain the packs the same way, but if someone just wants to get started with 54 BV, like a couple of canisters of shakes, know that that is totally okay. And it's really going to help you out in the end. So that's more customers on our tree, because we're just including everyone. Anyone who wants to get started, they can. And so the way that's going to happen is if they just want a couple of canisters of shakes, maybe they just become a regular customer instead of a preferred customer. So they're not paying the annual membership fee. That's totally okay. They'll have less of a discount, but that's an option now. They can just become a customer. There's no annual fee. And that's now an option for people who just want to kind of like dip their toe in the water. For everyone else, all of the preferred customers, the structure doesn't change. Again, look this up on the internet, but the membership fees are the same. It's either $29 or $39, depending on if they have auto ship or not. And they get the 25% discount off of retail, which it comes out to be the exact same thing, the same prices as we had before. So just note that. The other thing is some people were kind of scared about the idea and word of associate. Just like being called an associate freaks some people out because they have this, maybe they had a bad experience with a network marketing company in the past. And so even though they don't want anything to do with the opportunity, we're still signing them up as an associate. And some of us have told them that we're signing them up as associate. Normally, I don't even like tell them any of that technology, but or the terminology rather, but some of us did, and that freaks people out. And so maybe they sign up, but they're feeling uncomfortable. And so they don't have that first really good impression of us in the company. And so maybe they do sign up, but the retention is down, right? Or maybe they don't sign up at all. Now, again, everyone is a customer first. There's no delineation there. Everyone is the same. And so it just really creates a better experience when people are first coming on with us. So those are the top reasons, we're getting more people on our tree no matter what. Let's now talk about retention. So one of the things that we really care about is people getting on board, they have a great experience, and they keep ordering. So I talked previously about some of those people who maybe are just wanting to start with 54 BV or 75 BV or whatever. When that happens, we have stories of people on the team who just got started with that shake and cleanse pack, which is one of those minimum packs that people order, and they have great experiences. and they turn into these accidental business builders, and it's really an amazing thing to watch. Well, that's going to happen more often now because people can start with 54, 75 BV, they have a great experience, and then they might start sharing with people just because, you know, someone's asking them what they're doing. And they also have more options for rewards right now. So we have the PIBs, which is what you're all used to. That's what we're getting. We're getting the ISA Wallet emails for the "you just got paid" email, which is so fun. Or people can also get rewarded by the PIRs, which is a product introductory reward, which is basically just a credit which shows up in their back office for a coupon if they shared with someone. The values are the exact same. So if they share with a friend and they get started on a 30-day system, they're going to get $25 in their back office, which is going to help them with their next pack. So if they're normally used to just ordering a couple of canisters of shakes for 54 BV, and they add something else, maybe they get 75 BV, now they have this little award in their back office for 25 extra BV. So maybe they're going to try something on the AMP line, or they're going to try, I don't know, the ISA Pro and get the Bedtime Belly Buster products or whatever. Who knows? But that also can improve retention, improve people's experience, and they can try more products. So being able to be rewarded with PIRs, this is no social security number involved, nothing. Anyone is eligible for this. It's going to help with retention. And so what does that do for you? That helps with your overall business volume and your residual income. Because if you're thinking about the math and you have like just 100 people on your tree who got started with one of the packs, maybe we push them into a president's pack, which I know we don't do that, but sometimes you get that like mentality, like, oh my God, I've got to sell a president's pack. I've got to get this BD. I have to get a consultant, all this stuff. You know, you have this craziness that goes along in your head. So if you had like 100 people with a president's pack at 320 BV, I think that comes out to be a little less than 25,000 BV overall in your business. Now think about if we're capturing a lot more customers because it's so much easier to come on board and we don't care what their BV is. If you had 1,000 customers at 75 BV, that's 75,000 BV. And so if they're coming on as happier customers, it's a simpler experience, they feel totally comfortable ordering whatever they want, you're so much likelier to keep those customers. So would you rather have 75 BD with 1,000 customers ordering less than 100? Or would you rather have 100 people ordering 320 BV and feeling a little bit funky because maybe they also have like a ton of product building up in their cabinets and their husband is like, oh my God, you've got to stop ordering this. You have a whole pantry full of isogenics. Like, I don't know about you, but I have heard that before myself. And so really we're trying to capture more customers, allowing them to order whatever they want at whatever the level they want. And the retention is going to be there because they're going to be happier. So what happens when you have a few happy customers that are all sharing with the PIRs? You're getting more retention, but you're also going to get more accidental business builders, right? Because someone shares over here, they share over there, they're getting these coupons. You call them up and you're like, hey, Susie, I see you've shared with a couple people. It's so awesome that you're getting these product coupons. I hope you were able to try some products you've been eyeing for a while now, and I hope you're having great results. But guess what? If you want to turn those PIRs, your product introductory rewards, into cash, all you have to do is go into your back office and put in your social security number. Boom. People love cash. So you're going to be getting a lot more accidental business builders because people will just be sharing a lot more easily. And remember that updated back office site is going to be happening soon. Your replicated business website is going to be upgraded. And so those people that don't want anything to do with the business, but someone's like, hey, what have you been doing? They don't want to keep it a secret. A lot of people just say, hey, I've been doing isogenics. Well, what if we give them that website and say, hey, just check this out, check out my website. If you want to order, go ahead and do that. They can do that. They didn't want to have anything to do with the business, but it's so easy for them to just give the website out. People are going to start, coming onto the tree. We have a lot more people. There's more retention. They're accidental business builders. That is a great thing for all of us. Now, what about consultant status? I mentioned this before. This is one of the most amazing, probably crazy changes that Isagenix has done that helps everyone. And this is that you no longer have to have one single person ordering 100 BV on your, what am I right? And one single person ordering 100 BV on your left to be a consultant. It is any number of people on your right and on your left that total up to 100 BV on each side to be a consultant. So we're going to be creating accidental consultants as well, because maybe someone has shared with 5 people, but on the right-hand side, all of those 5 people are only, or three people, they're only ordering 40 BV, and the other 2 are just ordering 50 BV. Well, normally that wouldn't end up in a consultant, but now it does. So you can have literally 3 people on one side, 2 on the other. No single person is ordering 100 BV, but when you add them up, on each side you've got 100 BV flowing through. None of those people are associates. They're all preferred customers. And guess what? You're a consultant. So when I first started, believe it or not, I was sharing with people and I was getting a bunch of bonuses to get people started, but I fell out of consultant like, I don't know, 1 million times in the beginning because I was just sharing as a hobby. It was like so frustrating because I had one side where, I had a number of people ordering 100 BV, but then I had the other side where I just had a couple of people even ordering 75 BV, and it was so frustrating in the beginning because I couldn't keep my consultant status, and so I wasn't always getting my cycles coming through. And all of a sudden, one person would order 100 BV and boom, I'd get my cycles back. But now you don't have to worry about that. As long as you're sharing and you've got a total of 100 BV flowing up through each side, you're a consultant. That is so amazing, which is more accidental business builders. But what does that mean for anyone who is going for manager or director or executive, or maybe you want to stay manager or director or executive? It's way better for you because it's easier to create and keep consultants. So it's easier for your new builders to get to consultant and to stay consultant, and it's easier for you to rank advance and keep that rank. So that means more money from the holiday pools. It means more money from your executive pools, your director pools, your 1-star, 2-star, 3-star pools. Like, that's more money for you, which is like so exciting for everyone. So I don't know if it happened to anyone here, but like the rollover that happened, I think it was like the 27th of March or whenever we went live. I don't know if anyone noticed in their back office, like maybe they're hovering between director and executive or between manager and director or whatever. And you look in your back office and you're like, bam, I'm director now. And I was just manager before. It's because of the Customer First program. You guys, this is so, so awesome. So don't forget about the rank advancements. Now that gets me to the next thing, which is the crystal bonus time frame. So a lot of us are familiar with the reset, and a lot of us are familiar that before, your crystal date would actually start from your enrollment date, not even from the time that you got your pack, right? So you're like telling the people that you're enrolling, oh, by the way, we've got these amazing bonuses that you're eligible for, but your clock starts now while I'm enrolling you. Clock starts now. So you just have to get a couple people on your right, a couple people on your left, get them to consultant, and you can get to manager, blah, blah, blah. You're like, good luck. And they're like, what? I haven't even gotten my box yet. I don't even know if I like these products. I only have 60 days to get to manager. What are you talking about? Well, now everyone gets to try the products, love the products, and then share in their own time. Eat it, love it, share it. But they get that love it time frame before they have to start the share it time frame. And the share it time frame starts, their crystal deadlines and time clock starts when they actually put in their social security number into the system, and they become an associate based on the fact that they want to become an associate. This is huge, you guys. This means that someone could try the products, or they could be using the products for 6 months or a year or even 2 years. And at that time, at that 2-year mark, something's changed and they're like, you know what, I actually would love to have a secondary income. They never cared before, but after 2 years, now's their time. They put in their social security number, and from that date is when the crystal bonuses start. Like, this is like ridiculously good, you guys, ridiculously good. And it's all about putting our customers first, and then when they're ready to share it, they share. So much less pressure for everyone. It's like mind-blowing that Isagenix has done this. So really, like, kudos to the company. We are a part of such a great company, and I'm so excited for that change. But one of the, I think, undervalued changes is how this all affects compliance and the regulatory world. And so I came from the biotech industry where we were highly regulated by the FDA, and I saw so many companies go like down the tubes because they did things wrong. And the same thing has happened when it comes to network marketing companies. You know, a lot of companies, they just put together a network marketing company because they love the idea of the network marketing idea, you know, the compensation that they can earn as owners. They put some crappy product on there. They focus only on the building associates and business builders part, and they get hosed. You know, they go down the tubes. I think even Herbalife got a huge slap on the wrist. They got drugged through the gutter, and we don't want that to happen to Isagenix. And so we know that our owners, Jim and Kathy and Eric Coover, they are so committed to creating a lasting legacy. Like, if you don't know that that's a part of the START vision, like, get to know it, because that is a huge, huge key. And we cannot build the largest health and wellness company in the world and affect millions of lives across the globe if we are having problems with the FTC, right? So how does this help us create a lasting legacy? Well, we are creating a better ratio of customers versus business builders. And we are doing that because we have so many people who are now, everyone's a customer first, you know, starting from day one if you enroll people. But if you also notice in your back office, anyone who was ordering less than 100 BV or was inactive or didn't elect to stay an associate, they're also now listed as PC, a preferred customer. And that's their true designation. You know, they've never shared with anyone. They're not truly an associate. And so now our ratio between customers who are just using the products and then people who are engaging actively into the business building opportunity, it's a much better ratio. We have a lot more customers even now than we did just a few weeks ago. And from the FTC and regulatory standpoint, this is really, really important. Okay. And then the last thing with compliance, because I know y'all love compliance like I do, but this is really, really key as well. Anyone from, you know, the start of Customer First onward, they all start as customers, but when they elect to become an associate, they actually have to watch a small, short compliance video and sign off that they understand everything fully before they become an associate. So how does this help protect our company? Well, it means that people are getting trained immediately without fail on what they can and cannot say. And it's not that we have people in our organization who are maliciously sharing to get us in trouble, but y'all know how it is. Like, you put this stuff in your body, 5 days later you feel like you swallowed a rainbow and you like want to shout from the rooftops. People are like, oh my God, I'm off my diabetes medication, or oh my God, I am no longer taking Xanax for my depression, or oh my God, like I lost 50 pounds in 60 days, all of which are no-nos. Don't say any of that stuff, people, just so you know, because none of us maybe have gone through the compliance video. We weren't required to. But now all the new people who are becoming associates, it's a requirement. They have to watch that stuff. And so it's keeping our company safe. They are personally signing off that they understand all the rules. And what that's doing is it's protecting our legacy company. Because what you're building right now is something that you can literally pass on to your kids, your family, and they can have this residual income that you're building right now for their lifetime as well. So those are really the main points that I'm excited about with Customer First. As I mentioned, there's like, there are a million trainings all over the internet if you want more information about like logistics. What does the website look like? How do I enroll people? What are the prices? Blah, blah, blah. So check that stuff out. But I think we're gonna open it up for questions at the end. And right now, I just want to reintroduce Lauren, who introduced me to Isagenix. For those of you who didn't know, she is a total business guru. Like, she's so good at product placement, and she's gonna cover how you can truly maximize the compensation with customer first, with placement on your tree, and really make the most of it. So Lauren, are you there? Are you ready? Take it over.
You're so cute. That was so awesome. I'm like trying to keep up with the chat and listen to you at the same time because it's brilliant. And the main thing that I'm loving that you're going through is just the value of why we did this. And it just really validates how Isagenix is in the forefront of everything and doing everything possible to always just make us a legacy company and, have integrity and do things the right way. So we are going to open it up for Q&A because I think there's still some foggy stuff. And I know a couple weeks ago, I had a couple people texting me and they were like, what happens? What do I do? Where do I put them? And I was like, I've not even enrolled anybody yet. I had to kind of go through and do a fake enrollment to figure it out. And then last week, because of our BBB challenge and stuff, I actually put in quite a few and have a better handle of it. So if you guys have questions, we want to do that. Or I thought about possibly doing a share screen and just basically going through kind of all the way at the end what it would look like. That might be helpful for you guys. But I want to just highlight one of the things Megan was saying is the customer first allows us to get people started on just whatever products, but know that our research and our retention is with the systems. Don't do things differently just because of this necessarily. In all honesty, one of the things that I'm kind of trying right now is because that BBB push is I helped, 6 people get started last week on just the BBB. What happens? This is a really good test on, do they love Isagenix? Do they get a taste of our culture? Are they going to go into a full 30-day? Are they going to continue to order? Or are they like, I didn't get all those results. Thanks, I'm done. Because we know that just BBB at night is not going to get them the same results as a 30-day. So I'm kind of seeing with it. But, I think about some people like Laura Hannaran or Jen and Adam that got started on Shake and Cleanse and how they fell in love with this and everything they order now. But the flip side of that is we know people that got started on a business builder pack. They had everything and they hated it. And they spent $1,000 the first month and they never ordered anything afterwards, And so if people can find a more reasonable budget that they continue to order, it'll just be interesting to kind of see and kind of how to watch with that. But I think for the most part, when you're going through and talking to someone, what are their goals? What are they spending? What are they trying to achieve? And we still are trying to get people into systems. And then of course, meeting them where we're at. So Laura said, would love to hear some verbiage on how you talk with new enrollments about sharing and when. So, I think in the very beginning, when I'm enrolling someone, I've always asked who are the 2 people you're going to do this with, who's your accountability team. But I just say, and this is what I've said the last couple of weeks, man, we're still kind of learning and feeling forward. But I say, hey, you know what? Isagenix, either way, is going to reward you for paying this forward. We're a word of mouth company. We don't have a retail storefront, and we are really, really committed to making sure that people benefit every time they share Isagenix. So it's really up to you if you want to get rewarded in product coupons or cash. And then I'm explaining it. I'm like, if you would rather just be able to have credit to shop into your wholesale account when you need more product and what that looks like for them, or saying if you want to have the option to have cash and have a Visa debit card to use wherever you want, not necessarily on Isagenix website, here's this option, and kind of breaking it down for them. But then I follow up with them. So, literally a girl that I got started last week, she's on day 4, day 5, and she's already loving it. Today when she was like, oh my God, okay, so this girl at work was asking me about it, and this girl at the gym was asking me about it. So I went right into that again, and I said, you know what? There's one of 2 ways that Isagenix is going to reward you as we kind of share with them, right? And I brought it back up. Would you rather have product coupons? Would you rather have cash? And explaining kind of what that looks like. So the main thing, and if you want, I can do a share screen and we can go through this. It's not going to be super timely, and I know we're already a little bit late, but I feel like Q&A might be a little bit more advantageous. But when you go to tree and, pick left or right, all of that's the same. But it used to be at the very beginning where you would dictate or select who the enrolling sponsor was. So let's say that if I, had helped Megan with an enrollment and she was asleep and I was going to put this in under Megan, I could change it right then as Megan is the enrolling sponsor. Now that's at the end. So you go through, you say enroll new member, you do whatever, you fill in the personal information, you fill out the pack, I do want to go through the difference of the preferred customer, the other customer options in the beginning, but basically at the very end, before you submit the enrollment, that is where you're choosing placement and you're choosing the enrolling sponsor, right? So the way it will default, you can choose, oh my gosh, if Jen or Laura or somebody can help me, it either says custom or it says, there's two choices. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm waiting for them to maybe unmute. Jen, Adam, Laura, anybody, Rachel?
It says something along the lines of default.
Yeah, it is. So it's either default where it's automatically or custom, which if you do default, the computer is just going to pick basically where that placement's going based on business volume that will help you cycle, right? So, but if you choose custom, that gives you the authority to still dictate. So then you're choosing, yeah, Jen says we always click right. Same thing too. I'm not letting the computer think it's smarter than me. It's my business. I'm always clicking right, And then from after you have the custom is when you say that you're the enrolling sponsor or not, and you would search. So at that point, if I want to make Caitlin the enrolling sponsor, Esther the enrolling sponsor, I choose that. Then it asks if you want Caitlin's left or right or Esther's left or right. So I know sometimes in the business, it used to be like, what is that unoccupied spot? And why do I go wide left? Or why am I in the inside? That basically what it's saying is if I'm going to be enrolling someone under Jen and Adam, well, the computer is going, okay, Jen and Adam are at the top of the tree. So now is it their left or right? So you're choosing that minor leg or major leg volume if you're changing the sponsor. Or if you're the sponsor, it'll ask you, do you want to go wide left, wide right? Do you want to go, based on BV? And then you just submit. So I know it's a little freaky at first, but once you've done one, it is much more fluid and much more simpler than the process used to be. And like Megan was saying, if that computer froze or you had to push the back button, it was like game over. That 20 minutes, I don't get back, I got to start over. Like it was really fun the other day because I was like on the phone with the girl. I was like, hey, I'm just going to do this right now while we're on the phone. And then all of a sudden she's like, wait, hold on. I'm looking at the page. Can I actually add that on? And I was thinking like, I hate when this happens. And I was like, oh, I can. And I was like doing a little happy dance. So I just like clicked the back to the cart, put in what I want, went back to where I was. So it is more fluid and I think more user friendly. Just go through it. But if you're someone who likes to just prepare, just go through a fake enrollment, go through you're going to enroll yourself, put in an email, do whatever, put in your credit card all the way to the end. So you kind of see what that looks like. But
One
I think
other note on that, Laura, is that you can actually, if you exit the screen, you can actually get back in. I started on my phone and ended on my computer. It completely saved all the information. And as soon as I logged in on my computer, it said, would you like to continue your enrollment? I just hit yes, and it took me right back to where I was.
That's so cool. Whoever just said that.
Awesome.
Oh, that's Sarah. That's awesome. Yeah. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's fabulous. So you guys, you can literally just unmute yourselves just like Sarah did. Just hover over your microphone or whatever. If you have any questions, Meg and I and anybody will do our best to answer the first kind of few questions here. And by the way, what a huge attendance of tonight's call. Thank you guys for doing this. Maybe it was the topic, or maybe y'all just wanted to hope we give a prize away at the end or something. But I was excited to see all of your faces. Maybe it's Megan. Maybe you're like, oh, she can call him from Italy. I can call him from Denver. Just kidding.
So I have a question.
Good.
So with the, now that it's it doesn't matter that it's one person having 100 BV on either side, it's cumulative. So what are the BVs you have to be recognized as a manager then? Is it 400 on each side?
The rank advancements have nothing to do with business volume. It has to do with the consultants you've created.
Got it.
The
Okay.
consultant is one on the left, one on the right, or people on the left and right where you're getting cumulative BV. Manager is still where you've personally developed 2 consultants. So you've enrolled 2 people that have their left and right active with business volume.
Cool. Thanks.
Can I just add something to that, Lauren? So the key there is that if you have someone that's sharing on your right and someone who's sharing on your left, the one on your right is a consultant because they've also elected to first become an associate. That's great. The person on your left, let's say they shared with 2 people, both of those people ordered 100 BV just like they have now. Normally, that would just automatically create a consultant because normally you would have enrolled everyone as an associate, but they have to go in and change in their back office their election to associate in order to become an actual consultant. So regardless, they will be getting the PIRs, those product introductory rewards, but until they elect to become an associate and get that cash, they won't become a consultant. So what I would do is like sometimes, people just share accidentally, like I said, and they'll do that more now. As soon as someone shares, and this happened within our team, you've got to call them, send them a message, get in touch and say, oh my God, congratulations on your product introductory reward. Let me share with you how you can turn that into cash for the next time, because it's not retroactive, right? So you have to make sure that they become an associate right away so that they can become a consultant, because otherwise they'll continue to get the PIRs, but they won't get the consultant bonus, right? Or the rank advancement bonuses, because they have to become an actual associate first. Does that make sense?
Perfect. You explained that perfectly.
And do they have to be an active consultant in order to be a manager, or can they still be a preferred customer as a consultant kind of rank, like with the BV, to become a manager off of them? Does that make sense?
If you're going to be going through the rank advancement bonuses, where then you're eligible in the holiday pools or you're getting the rank advancement bonuses, you have to be an associate. Even to go from customer to consultant, do you know what I mean? At that point, is when you're putting in.
Right. No, I'm asking for me. So I'm going for, Crystal Director. Can I have preferred customer consultants, preferred customers that have the 100 BV to become a director, or do they have to be an actual associate consultant? Does that make sense? Does that question make sense?
The person that you personally enrolled can be a customer or an associate. In order to become a consultant now, as a customer or as an associate, they have to have BV that adds to a 100 on the left and the right, coming from customer or associates.
Okay.
So if let's say you have sponsored Kristen and Kristen's a customer, and Kristen had shared with a couple people and was earning product introductory rewards. They were all customers, and she was just earning the coupons, but there was 100 business volume going through one of Kristen's left legs. There was 100 business volume going through one of her right legs, right? And you've personally enrolled Kristen. That counts as one of your personally enrolled consultants.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, but maybe not. I am misunderstanding. Chris is saying that Laura found out from customer service that a customer can't enroll left and right. They're not really building the tree, that it's just one leg, and that they're getting those coupons. So that means that they would have to go on and become an associate to count to one of your consultants to hit director. Jen and Adam are saying it automatically goes to the team leg, which look at us just learning together.
So Lauren, one of the things, and Meg, awesome job tonight. What a great, super informative call. One of the things that we did was, like you were saying, let's say we had a customer that enrolled somebody. We were scrambling to say, hey, you got to put in your Social Security if you want to get cash for this. Customer service told us that as long as they put their Social Security in that same business week, they will actually get paid cash for that referral. So you don't have to get that in first.
But tell them about the spouse.
Which
part? The spouse goes to everything goes to the outside leg.
Yeah. Just they all go to that outside leg.
So you had to move them. We had to call and move them.
Yeah, that's right. So in your back office, you can actually pick under my account where people go. If they go to your website and just enroll themselves, you're like, oh no, where are people going? You can actually dictate where they go. But we had a spouse get put in, and then we had to switch them to the inside leg.
Yeah, and if you guys are reading the chat, thank you, Adam and Jen. I really appreciate that. I mean, obviously, this business, the quickest way to learn is to get into action. That's how they're answering these questions. So what Chris was saying is that's how a bunch of people from the Egypt, they all kind of went on one leg. And in order for that person to then become a consultant and not just get all those coupons, was for the enrolled person that's now sharing with others to become an associate. So that was a great question, Megan. And thank you, team, for clarifying, because we all just learned something new. I surely did.
Thank you, guys.
Any other questions? All right, Laura, if you're talking, because I see your lips, you are muted.
My lips are moving. So just clarification, Jen and Adam, you were both just saying that if you enroll a spouse if you enroll someone as a customer and then you enroll their spouse, you can decide where to put them, but you have to call.
Okay, so we enrolled 2 people, and so like we enrolled the husband, and then we had to put in the wife. And I saw in some video that the wife would automatically go to the outside leg. They don't want anybody to be put on an inside leg if someone's not building. So they just put everybody on the team leg, which makes sense. But hindsight, we should have automatically got the social right away, or like told him like, all right, we're putting yours in now, put in your social, watch the video, and then we'll enroll your wife. Because otherwise it automatically went to the outside leg, and then we had to call customer service and get them moved. I remember it was a weekend, and she was supposed to take a consultant. It was like this huge like mess of things. So definitely try to enroll a spouse, get their social first, have them put it in, and then enroll the other one. So you can go on the inside leg. Otherwise, you have no choice where you go.
Yeah, like if you have a husband and wife going in together, just say, hey, do you want the cash bonus? If you do, let me take your social, and then, or say, hey, put it in right away, and then we'll enroll your wife. But it may be easier to do it for them like we used to do, because especially if they want that cash bonus. So you have to play that by scenario, so you can get it in right away. But at least tell them to go in, put it in, and then we'll talk out the process of getting your wife in too, or husband.
Yeah, because you want them to watch the videos too, especially if it's about compliance.
Thank you.
Awesome, you guys. Well, Meg, thank you so much. We're going to wrap up with this, but I will tell you, if you have not joined our spring cleansing page, there's links to join it in testimonials and in Dreamers in Action. Just request to join. I would love for you guys to just kind of see how we're creating excitement in there, how we're creating enthusiasm, how we've done these kind of dual Facebook Lives, and watch them. You guys, I mean, besides for mine and Laura's bloopers, which is about a half an hour, the rest of them is like 15 minutes, you know, and you can see what Megan and Alex did, or what Melanie and I did, and just how different they are, which makes this so duplicative. You know, add your friends to it, tag people in it. Let's keep enrolling up. I mean, April, May, these are still really, really, really big enrolling months. People are getting ready for weddings. They're getting ready for reunions. Like, they're getting ready for their summer body. And then people kind of chill out over the summer and they come back in September. So keep your foot on the gas. Like, these are definitely enrolling months. I mean, having launch parties, doing live launch parties. The Facebook Live is so fun that you can do them together. You know, kind of learn this. It's BeLive.tv is the website to go to. And push Peach Mango. Like, I cannot tell you guys enough. If you watched when Chocolate Mint was re-released, the amount of rank advancements in this company and the people that did it together. I mean, Emily and Hayden went 13 to 14 star in the same week. You know, I thought about Laura Stevens' team and how they all rank advanced together, and Trudy and Tanya. And comparison is the thief of joy. I'm not sharing you those stories to deflate anybody, but to inspire you that let's do it together. I mean, who can go consultant? Who can go manager? Who's ready to go director? Who's hitting the 5-cycle bonus? Who's hitting the 1-star bonus? And let's do a ton of private messages and group text messages and whatever it takes to get people to feel sexy, confident, lean, fierce, fit, whatever, all summer long, and get them on our nutrition. In between the Belly Buster Challenge, the Peach Mango Shakes, the Customer First, there's so many great, great, great ways to get people started. Let's grow this team and celebrate the success of all of you. And Laura, I think the new video that a lot of us are doing is the new one, the Transform Your Life, the brand new one that Isagenix has. It's in the pages, or if you just Google, Transform Isagenix, it'll come up right away on YouTube. But like anything, I think it has to do with each person's goals. So if I have someone with extreme weight loss, I'm sending Jill Birth. If I have an athlete, I'm sending Team Isagenix. I mean, the Transform Your Life is really encompassing, but I think like anything, send the video that suits that person after you've connected with them and understood their goals. So thank you guys. Thank you, Jen and Adam and Chris and Laura and Megan and Sarah and Esther and Megan. Everybody's contributed to the call. Really appreciate you guys. Shauna, great story. Jackie, great story. It's just so fun to have you guys all live. So if you're in Denver, just last couple announcements. Tomorrow is our Healthy Happy Hour. Remember, Ignite Your Life, the third Wednesday of every single month. We're going to just do a rooftop get together with food and drinks and show the culture and build relationships, not the whole presentation. Start Vision Tour is May 2nd to the 4th. We're in 13 cities. You guys, the PowerPoint has been updated. The trainers are updated. If you know someone in Minneapolis, in New Jersey, in Denver, definitely plug people to there. You want people to go there. The Global Give Back Day is May 20th. The ambassadors all around the globe are doing organizations. I believe Lori just helped me solidify that we're going to do part of the MS Walk here in Denver on that day, May 20th. But just start to watch the events page, our public pages and the Dreamers in Action page. So proud of you guys, an amazing 90-day action plan. Thank you guys for your time tonight. We love you. See you next week.